Hi everyone, I have a fun project to share with you guys. I did post this project on my Instagram page, so if you have been following me, you probably have already seen this cute little mini album. It's a really fun, quick and easy project for you guys to make if you run out of ideas, or if you wanted to make a quick project or just a little gift for a crafty friend. It's also a great little project if you like making cute little mini pocket albums or little mini flip books. So this is how it looks like. It's really cute. It measures 3 inches by 4 inches, and it's held closed with this cute little clip that was gifted to me in a swap not too long ago by a talented lady, and her Instagram page is Clipped by CA. She also has a Etsy shop as well where you can purchase these beautiful clips that she makes. So I will put her details down below. So if you do have Instagram, please go and check her out. She does make some beautiful projects as well. I also, on the cover here, I added these cute sequins, and I adhered the sequins onto the cover with my forever favorite liquid glue that you probably see me use on most of my projects, which I have used this cute little bottle. So this is the large bottle, and then I just pour it in a smaller one. It's a Crafter's Choice glue that I purchased here in Australia from our craft store called Spotlight. So if you're wondering what I use, this is the craft glue. It's fantastic. It doesn't warp or bubble your pages. It it dries clear, and it adheres quite well as well onto your projects. So this is how the cover looks like. I made my mini album as a positive quote album, so in each of the pages there's a quote that I had just cut out from some of my 3x4 journaling cards or project life cards. It's also been cut out of the cutter parts out of the paper pads, and so I just thought it'd be nice to just have some quotes in a mini album for me to read. So I'll just open the page. Oh, and also this whole album just uses one piece of A4 size cardstock. So here in Australia we call it A4 size. Otherwise the measurements are approximately 8¼ inch by 11¾ of an inch cardstock. So this whole paper or cardstock will make you this whole mini album, and I'm also going to show you how you can make one as well very shortly. So when you open it up, I've added a little pocket, and in there some quotes, and I held them together with a brad so I can just swivel them around, and I think that's fun to be able to read it this way. And then I've also got another quote there that was gifted to me in a swap, so they just go in there. And this is the next page, and then I decorated the edge with a little file tab shape, which I use my mini envelope punch board to create this cute little tab just to decorate the page. And there's another page with a quote from a journaling card. I've added a vellum page to the album just to decorate the 2 pages, and that's another quote. I used a circle die cut to cut the quote out of the 3x4 journaling card. And up here I've created a pocket. You all probably know I love making pockets in my mini albums or my flip books. So these are just some more tags that I've made with some quotes. And this is just a handmade tool bow that I made. So that goes in there. I really had a lot of fun making this little mini album. I think I'm going to make a couple more of these and just put them to the side and have them when I need them. That's just another page with a quote, and I've made a little envelope here using my mini envelope punch board as well, with some more quotes in there. And then I made a pocket at the back of it for more words and quotes, and another little tab there. And this is the last page where I've just added another pocket with some more cutter parts with quotes, and that's your last page. So that is the cute little mini flipbook album. It's very easy, so I'm going to show you how to make one. So you'll just need a piece of A4 cardstock. If you have them as a, sometimes you can have these A4 size as a paper pad as well. So you'll need your paper trimmer for this. So what we're going to do, we're going to slide your paper in a long ways into your paper trimmer, and we're going to cut it at 6 inches. And then we're going to turn that around and we're going to then cut it at 4 inches. And I'm going to place that way so you can see which way the paper needs to be cut. We'll slide that over and cut it again at 4 inches. And then you have this little piece which I'll just put up there. And then with this piece here that we've got, we're going to turn that around. Oh no, sorry, we're going to leave it this way. We're going to slide that in and line it at the 4-inch mark. And cut that. And then we're going to turn that around long ways, and then we're going to then cut it at 4 inches. I'm sorry, at 6 inches. Sorry about that. We'll cut it at 6 inches. And then we'll place that there. And this little piece will go down here. And then we've got this long piece here on the end. We're going to turn that around and cut that at 3 3/4 of an inch. And then we'll do one more at 3 3/4 of an inch. So you'll get 2 of those pieces, and then you get that little piece that belongs down the bottom there. Okay, so that's it for our cutting. So what we've got here, we've got all your papers laid out. We're going to take out this little strip. We don't need that. We don't need that little piece here. And oh, I'm so sorry, we do need to make one more cut. This one here, we just need to cut that on the long side at 3 3/4. So then this little piece on the end, we don't need that. So then what we've got here, we're going to take these 3 pieces out and just put them to the side for now, and then we'll have these 3 pieces that will cut at 4 inches by 6 inches. We are just going to simply fold each of these papers in half. Really easy, just fold them in half, and then just using your bone folder to just press down on your creases, because it's an easy way to keep your book flat if you have your creases folded nicely. So fold them 3. And these create your pages for your mini album. Okay, so then you have your 3 pages. We've grabbed these 2 now that we've cut at 3 3/4, which were the same size. We are going to simply fold them in half as well. So we'll just fold them in half on the long side. And then your other piece. So there your binding for your pages. So let's grab our page. Oh, so we'll grab this one here first. So then what we do with this, you just need your liquid glue. You can use your double-sided tape. It's really up to you what you like to use. So we're going to apply your glue or your double-sided tape onto both sides of the outside panel, just below the fold line. Don't go all the way up to the fold line. And then we'll apply some more on this side. Then we'll grab one of your pages, and then we're just going to adhere one of those sides to one of your page, and just sliding it up to the middle at the center, just at the edge of your fold line, just like that, and just pressing that down. And then we'll grab your other piece and we'll sandwich that to the other side of the our little piece that we've folded in half. So just lining them up nicely like that, making sure they line up, and then just open your pages and just press that down. So that creates that page, and that binds your 2 pages together. And then we've got one more which we'll do the same and repeat that just by adding some glue. Just 2 there. Again, just below the fold line. Yeah, I'm not too sure if you guys have this liquid glue anywhere else worldwide, or but I have been using this glue in all of my projects and I haven't had any of them fall apart. So I'm very, very happy with this liquid glue that I use. So just do the same thing, adhere that to the middle of the fold and grab your next piece and then just line it up, and that creates your booklet or mini album. Basically that's all there is to it. So there's your page, and there's the binding, the next page, and so on. And you can keep adding pages to it if you like. So we've got this piece here. This will be our spine, just to neaten up the back of the album. So what you want to do here, you want to apply glue through the whole of your piece of cardstock, and then we're just going to line it up sort of as centered as you can, and just sort of gently just wrap it around the back spine of your album, and just making sure it all lines up nicely. And really that is all there is to it, to your mini album flip book. I mean, we made this whole album in this one video. So then you just sort of open it up and just sort of just have a look, just to make sure there's enough flexibility for your book to open and close. So that's how it looks. Now the next part we're going to do is we're going to create a pocket like I have done here on the top. So to create that pocket, you just decide which two pages you want to join together to make your top pocket. So I might just say I'll take this side here, and all you do is you just apply glue to one end of the edge of the paper and then at the bottom. So I'll go and do that, and then you can even make two pockets if you want, if you're going to add more pages. So I'm just going to apply a little bit here on the side, and just on the bottom. And then we'll just close that up, and that will create a top pocket. Or you could also have a side pocket where you just apply glue to the top there and glue to the bottom. So there's two ways you can make your pockets, either on the top or on the side. So I'll just take this out, and that creates your pocket on the top. And then what if you wanted to add a page, excuse me, if you wanted to add a page, I've got some papers here. If you've got lots of scrap papers, use your scrap papers, and all you've got to do is make sure your paper is a little bit smaller than the size of your page, and then add a ½ inch for a flap. That way you can create a flip. So I've already created mine and scored at ½ inch to create the flap, and I'm just going to place my page in here, and I've also matted each of my pages. So if you are going to add a page, add your page first before you add your matted paper to it. So I'll show you. I'll apply some glue to the flap of the page, and then I'm just going to glue that in place. And just below the fold line as well. And then once you've got your page, then you can add your matted piece on the top, just to hide the flap part, and also neatens your page, and then you can embellish it. So I'm just going to well, I won't adhere the page, but that's how the page will look. And if you wanted to add a side flip page, which I haven't got here, we can do that as well. So I'll show you how to do that. So what we have here is we've got that page. So if we do it here, you could add another extra flip page onto this side, onto the outside. And same thing, just score it on a ½ inch for a flap. I'll just apply some glue, and then I will just line that up to the edge of the paper, and that creates another extra page for you. And you could do that to all of your pages too if you like. And again, just once you've got that all set in place, you just apply your little piece of mat onto it to hide the flap. So you can just place that there, just line it up in the middle, and that creates your whole mini album. So that's how I've got my album using one piece of A4 paper. So that's your page, and then you can just add pockets like I have here with more of your scrap papers. And there's your page, there's another page, there's your top pocket, and then your page, another flip page, and there's another page. And then you can even add on more pages to it, and then just add your binding to the end when you've finished embellishing all your pages. So that is how I made my cute little mini pocket album flip book. I do hope you give this a go as well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.